All right, what's going on, guys? We got a market recap today for Thursday, June 11th. As you can see, no trades for me, already locked out of my account. Um, was a pretty easy day for me to personally stay out of, but as always, getting into the bias, this is what we looked like coming into market open, and we kind of still look like that right now. Not much really happened. Um, so coming into the morning, my bias was like, I honestly don't really love the market structure this morning. Have conflicting factors in both directions on both sides of the market. So I'd want to wait until displacement makes it obvious where price actually wants to go. And then I had my valid draws on liquidity marked. And I said, but they're pretty far away and it's likely a no trading day for me. And that's exactly what happened. There was a little internal long here. Um, I don't trade like this anymore in terms of like being so zoomed in, but there was an SMT at these lows. You could have caught a long to this buy side liquidity up here, but this buy side liquidity was my condition, right? So I'm coming to the market. Yesterday we tapped into this 4 hour. We got bearish reactions out of it, put in an SMT at the lows with ES. ES took this 4 hour low, NQ hasn't. So that's a bit bullish. We're still within this weekly imbalance that on the higher time frames it would make sense to get bullish reactions out of back to all-time highs, but I can't have confidence in that until we break structure above these internal highs and run through this 4 hour gap. Um, so we're kind of coming into the morning, we're kind of just in this range waiting to see what's going to happen. So I told myself if we just continue to displace lower and it's obvious, then I would be fine with targeting these lows because at that point in time, ES would be telling me that it's going to come down even further and take these daily lows on ES. So if that happens, I would be potentially open to it still, even though there is an SMT at that low. Also, I would be potentially open to targeting this high because maybe we do start to make that move higher out of this weekly fair value gap. We have this high here that we put in within this 4 hour gap yesterday, but it's not even the best draw on liquidity because it did sweep out liquidity yesterday and rejected, and we went lower. But then it's like, but that move lower put in an SMT, so now there's reasons to go higher again. So it was just a mixed bag of a bunch of different thoughts coming into the market. And so I was open to either direction if there was obvious clean displacement, but I was going to be extra picky with today. And I even said this yesterday in the trade recap after the win yesterday. Like, I have a more defensive mindset to finish the week off because I've already taken 2 wins this week. I'm already up significantly on the week. There's no reason for me to force anything if it's not perfect. And the high time frame structure was not perfect. I was still giving it potential to show me something, and I didn't see what I wanted to see. Today was a pretty low stress, low cortisol day of trading. This is which is how trading should be. You know, you come in, you know exactly what you want to see. If price doesn't give it to you, then you sit back without any FOMO because the market doesn't owe you anything, and content with literally not taking anything. And you can see the hourly hasn't moved since about 4 a.m. this morning. Um, so I was after this SMT at the lows, we came up to this internal high. I was just looking for us to close high time frame candles above this high. You can see the dotted line that I have marked out here on the highs and the lows. That's my conditions. Until we break out of this range, I'm literally not touching anything. And you can make it that simple for yourself. Um, and it was that simple for me. I told myself if we don't sufficiently close above and break past and displace through these internal highs, there's no reason to even be looking for longs all the way up here. There's no reason to even be looking for shorts until we break through these internal lows. And because of all the things that I've just said, there's no reason to even be targeting. I don't have confidence in targeting these as my draw on liquidity. they're not A plus draws in my opinion, the way that I trade, the way that I view the markets. So easy day of no trades for me. So not going to ramble on. That's what I saw. Those are my thoughts coming into the market open. Still 4 out of 5 winning days on this account. But like I said, not going to force anything, and just going to treat it normally, take a normal trade, and then the odds of me catching a $150 day when taking a normal trade are pretty high. So but just going to do my, like, these winning days are put in place. You have to understand these winning days and these prop firm rules are put in place to get inside your head. So like, I'm one winning day away from a payout. Maybe I try to force something on a low probability day in which normally I would never touch, but I'm so focused on that payout, I'm trying to force something, and then maybe that doesn't work out, and then I end up crashing out. That's how a lot of people go when you focus on these rules. So the best thing, in my opinion, is just to not focus on the rules, understand where I am, so that if I take a normal trade and I go break even, it hits my break even point, I just move that break even point to that $150 winning day threshold to secure a payout if I were to get break even on that trade. But other than that, I think the best thing that you can do is to just not worry about it at all. So that's my last time mentioning it, and I'm just going to continue to trade. But going into tomorrow on Friday with a defensive mindset, just like today, because already 2 wins in the week, and hopefully we can kind of get out of this range either during the PM session today, overnight Asian London session, leading into the market open tomorrow on Friday. That would be the most ideal thing, is getting out of this kind of range here. So we will see what kind of opportunity presents itself tomorrow to end the week. But other than that, that's all I got. No trades for me this morning. Let me know if you caught this long to this internal high here. I know some people in the Discord caught that. Shout out to y'all. Other than that, that's all I got. Appreciate you watching. I will see y'all tomorrow in tomorrow's market recap. Peace.